Hello and welcome. This is Kevin, also known as AKAAWOL, and today we're going to work with this one. This is pattern 99643 on friendshipbracelets.net. I'm going to grab a chunk of it and bring that over here to our template. If you're interested, the templates are available over on my website, AKAAWOL.com, and that way you can make these things for yourself. I don't probably say that enough, and perhaps that hasn't been clear, but I do try to make all this stuff as easily accessible as possible. There's like a whole page dedicated to it. So, all right, I think we're gonna put one of these, this diamond shaped, into the center. I think we'll use the bright green as what our variegated floss will be. Anchor the floating. Come to the bottom one. Might be easier to do the darker color first. Let's go with a gray to do the dark color. So, darn it. I always say that I should remember to take off the fill entire section every time I use that tool, and then almost every time I forget to do it. So, all right, so those are our green dots here in the middle, and then there's the green thing above it, and then there's a couple on the outside. Then this comes all the way straight across on both sides here. And there's our three this way. And three that way. Is that right? Yeah, this comes in a straight row that way. So there's our three here. That comes up, goes straight across. This is slightly complex, but at the same time, it's not quite so bad. Hang on. As I say it, as I promptly go and make a mistake. Oh no, that is right. Yeah, those are that's for the dots in the center. These are the outside ones. And here's where the outer side of that diamond is. Yeah, sometimes I just have to have faith in myself that I'm not making mistakes. There we go. And then this is the one that's got 3 dots in it. Like that. And there's the 3 for here. The single dot there. This comes all the way out. This goes all the way out. There's the 3 on the other side there. And what do you know? It ends on an actually pretty decent note. Like if we had just randomly had chopped off and tried to to, you know, use this diamond, it would have turned out perfect without too much effort. But yeah, I mean, you never know until you actually map it out, and that's the whole thing. Is when I'm trying to map these out, I am trying to center things. I'm trying to work on my skills of being able to just take any bracelet that I see and be able to map those out. Because as you saw, I wasn't looking at how the pattern works as far as, like, you know, does it go left, right, whatever. I don't look at any of that. I just look at the pattern itself, and then I just sort it out. And now I'm just going to put in these underlying strings. You can just kind of follow the path along. And you can kind of see how this one string could kind of travel along and make its little dots here and there. I think as far as like using this pattern for the variegated will also work out fairly well, because there's very little where like two different strands will come across each other. So, and also you might notice I'm only concentrating on the top right side here, because I'll be able to copy and paste because of its symmetry. I will be able to copy and paste this and save myself a lot of extra work. I don't know why I feel a little tongue-tied here today. It could be, it's actually kind of early in the day. I'm still drinking coffee, so that might have something to do with it. Later today, I'll get around to making this bracelet, and we'll see how it goes. Maybe things will improve. There's just one left. While I fill in the last strand here, let me just thank my YouTube members for making this possible. Seriously, the small contributions add up and make it possible to do all kinds of things. We do have a giveaway currently going on over with the live streams that happen on Saturdays. Basically how it works is when you chat, every single time you chat, it rolls essentially a computer dice, 1 in 10,000. If it should happen to land on number 1, you get the bracelet, and we're still waiting for that to happen. I don't know how long that should normally take, but we did increase the odds from, it was originally at 100,000, but nobody was winning, so we reduced it down to 1 in 10,000. So yeah, there's a chance you can win. All you have to do is chat. That's kind of easy. All right, let's take our rectangular select tool, get our top right side. Oh, we didn't fill in the black. I guess we can do that after. All right, copy paste, flip it, anchor it, and merge it down. Now let's fill in the dark strings. There we go. And now we can copy our top half here. C, Control V, flip tool. Now the flip tool has a horizontal and vertical direction thing, but when you have guidelines, you can use the guidelines and it'll tell it exactly what to do, which to me just makes it so much easier. All right, let's anchor the layer and merge it down. And there we go. There's our bracelet. So it'll have 5 of these big diamonds in it, and should turn out pretty cool. I'm really kind of excited to make this one. So yeah, well, thank you for hanging out with me. And if you haven't already, hit the like. And as always, don't get your strings in a bunch.